these every 2 weeks. I've got a new hat on and my head's not used to it. It's like one of them that's a bit more like smaller. I've got a fat head, you see. But it's nice to be back live on YouTube, and I am looking forward to a trip that I have got tomorrow. It looks like the surface skimmer in that tank isn't surface skimming, so give me a moment. There you go. It's working now. And now my hands are soaking. But we're live, yeah. We've got an exciting trip planned for tomorrow. Myself and Hooked Aquatics Jay, we're going down south. I have been speaking about what I'm meant to be doing. But if you haven't been paying attention, put your guesses in the comment section down below and let's have a bit of a chat about it. Yeah, so the saltwater tank is going really well. It's maturing quite nicely, as you can see. We're starting to get ourselves, we already have ourselves a good amount of diatom build up on the substrate, on the rocks, even some bits of algae on the glass. Yeah, it's been quite fun. It's all part of the journey. I'm gonna take that off, I think. I don't know, should I? My hair looks alright. I'll keep it on. Where is everyone? Community moderation. No. Is everyone there? Hi, hello. Just waiting for everyone else to join. What is this Kenya doing? Hi, bro. You alright? Hi, everyone. Where is the usual audience? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay. Yeah, just waiting for everyone to pop in. What I'm going to do, though, probably save myself. Hi, Mia, you're right. That should serve a purpose. That should make sure. So what's my channel about? Fish keeping. I have 7 fish tanks, and the 8th one about to be set up. I educate on fish keeping, freshwater and saltwater. I've just started my saltwater tank over there. And yeah, I do shop tours, I do tank setups, I do educational style videos, all that lovely stuff. Hey Laura, you're right. I really want this tank to be rescaped. I'm wanting to rescape it. I'm tired of it, to be honest with you. But let's see. Where is everyone? Could you let Discord know that we're on, by the way? You're starting to love how it looks. I don't. I'm tired of it. Needs like a switch up. The plants aren't really doing too great. Like, I know you like them tall ones in the middle, but yeah, they're just a bit of an eyesore for me in regards to scape appearance. But yeah, where is everyone? Where is everyone? but he's not commenting right now. Fair enough. Yeah, why is that all wrinkly, by the way? That's going to have to need ironing before we go down south. Monday, innit? Yeah, true. Everyone's used to me doing the Tuesday lives, but I'm doing a Monday live because we're not going to be back home in time to be able to do a live tomorrow. We're going to be away till late at night, I think, and then we're going to be getting more corals this week. Potentially tomorrow, more on Wednesday as well, and then maybe some livestock too, but just keep your eyes and ears out for that. We're gonna try and not spoil them too much, but I'm trying to get a bit more short form content done on the saltwater tank, without giving too much away for our part 2 of our marine reef keeping journey. Hey Michael. So yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to press subscribe. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Let's try and push for that. We're trying to aim for 10k plus by the end of the year, which I want to aim even bigger and try and aim for 50k. If we're able to do that, then we will try our best. Hey Maya, wait, what's happening? What do you mean, what's happening? Tomorrow, guess who I am? I wonder who you are. I don't know who you are. So yeah, I am officially now 26. I'm an old man. Bro's pushing 30, literally. Yeah, never been on a YouTube live, don't think. Yeah, so YouTube lives, Maya, they're a bit more different. Was there an announcement? Not really, no. I'm going down to TMC tomorrow with Jay. We're taking a road trip to Chorleywood, and we're going to check out their facility. There's going to be a video coming out this week for it. So weird, I hate it already. All the buttons are different, yeah. So you can't really send gifts. I mean, you can send donations, but it's a bit different. Hi, Leo. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's going to be a good trip. I roped them into it. Because I needed a form of transport. I'm paying for fuel and that, and he gets to help me fill them a bit. Repping the Joji hat, yes. I need to break it in more because it's tight on my head. I don't know if it'll ever be looser. I know that you can adjust hats. This hat, it's set to, there's an adjustment, but the adjustment doesn't do nothing. Is Jay going live tonight? I don't think so. He's got the dog, hasn't he? He's going to be on your payroll soon, honestly. Yeah, listen, I need some way of getting to these shops now because I've run out of shops that are local, you know, but we get to visit a shop. Have you seen pom-pom crabs? Yes, I have. They're super cool. Just, I think they're a lot smaller than other crabs and they can be prone to getting eaten, and you need like a more mature aquarium before you put them in, but it's an idea. Yeah, they are cute. Yeah, what's it called? They are tiny. Yes, they are tiny. The freshwater ones are even more tiny. Like, you'll never see them. No, I don't think I have. No, Maya, they're a lot smaller. So, yeah, anyways, we're now 26 officially. It was my birthday 2 days ago. We celebrated that on Saturday. And yeah, it was a good time. Had a good time. Went out, had a meal, some drinks and that. Had some fun, played some pool and darts, and then went for a little bit of a boogie. Yeah, and what we ate was like a Greek meal. The Greek meal was really nice. Why is this shirt so creased? It's literally just been washed. Yeah, so I had a chicken souvlaki. That was really nice. Souvlaki, whatever you want to call it. It was lovely anyway. Really nice meal. Spent it with my friends, family, Mia, Jay even popped along. It was good fun, and yeah, it was just a really nice time, to be honest. So whoever's moderating, by the way, I know Laura's mod. You're a mod, aren't you, Laura? I'm sure you are. Or is this your burner account? Right. Or are you just a moderator? You're a moderator on TikTok, and you're a moderator in the Discord. I'm on TikTok. Well, there you go. You now have YouTube moderation. Yeah, could you post the link to the Ko-Fi fundraiser in the chat, please? So everyone, if you haven't already, we've got our Ko-Fi fundraiser now. To be honest, we don't really need much more in regards to funding. Like we're almost like sorted in regards to corals. But if you want to donate towards any fish, and if you would like to have some input and suggestions on what fish you'd like to see, it'd be really helpful if you're able to check that out, our Ko-Fi fundraiser. We're trying to raise money towards buying our livestock and stuff like that. We've had a lovely Maya and other people in the Discord and TikTok community send their donations towards the Ko-Fi fundraiser, and it's been super helpful. We're helping our saltwater build get off the ground, basically, and it wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for you guys and girls that have helped contribute towards it already. So as you can see right now, our saltwater tank, we've got our 2 corals, which you'll learn more about, and I probably spoke to you briefly about on TikTok, but you'll learn more about these in our part 2 episode of our saltwater build, and it's going to be really cool. It's going to be fun. This is too weird on YouTube. I'm gonna join back later watching the movie. Oh, no worries. And yeah, we do have a fish in here. We do have a fish in here, and you probably, if you haven't seen it on TikTok, you might get to see it. It might pop up in the background. You can kind of see it in the cave there. And its name is Squishy, and you will find out more about this fish again in our video. But yeah, it's been really cool. It's been really fun so far, just learning the hobby all over again. Oh my. I've spotted something in there that I think is going to be a nuisance. Oh no. Oh no. Right. Right. Yep. Can I take the rock out and just pull it off with tweezers? Is that, can you do that? Or no? You should know. You work with saltwater fish. Come on. Diatom Central in here right now, though. Fish is just locked eyes with me. You can, but at your own risk of throwing spores when you move the rock. I'm telling you. Okay, right. Well, that might have to be a video in itself. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? What if I just turn the rock upside down and bury it in substrate? That should basically stop it, shouldn't it? If you like suffocate it. Hey Stefan, hope you're doing well. Lol, it's that bad. It won't kill it. I seen it on another rock. I hope you had a great birthday. Thank you so much. Yeah, I had an amazing birthday. Thank you for asking. I had such a great time. And thank you to everyone who gave us the birthday wishes as well. Just get some treatment. Yeah, I might get some tomorrow. Hey, fantastic. Nice to see you, mate. I'm just checking if it is it. Because I've got tons of algae right now. I don't think it is it. No, I don't think it was it. Okay, never mind. What's the problem with the new tank? Don't touch it. Send you a photo. I will in a moment. I think it's just a bit of algae. It isn't Aiptasia. I'm just going to look off camera. Nah, Laura, it isn't it. I was. It's actually a bit of a. It's a copepod molt. Or some kind of like sea creature molt. That's what it was. Yeah. Well, that was funny. Let me put it back in place now. I'm gonna have to dry my hand off now. Oh, God. Dummy. Yeah, no, I was looking at it. I just wanted to look at it off camera. Because I don't want to be saying that. Bear in mind, I got that from like a friend who's also a business, so I don't want to be outing them like that if it is that, you know? But there isn't any. I've had a look, and it definitely wasn't that. It was just a molt off a copepod. Early days, so obviously, Adam, what's your thoughts on the saltwater? You know what? Fantastic. I'll be upfront and honest with you. It is nowhere near as hard as what people made out. Aiptasia comes from everywhere, so it's not a reflection on him. Okay. So yeah, I didn't want to risk, crapping on his business, kind of thing. And I know it wouldn't have been his fault anyway. It's the risk you take when you take live rock. But yeah, what I'll tell you is that saltwater's been a lot easier than I anticipated, but obviously I'm still early days. I'm only a month in, if that. Obviously I'm experiencing the diatom phase right now, a lot of algae bloom. I've got my first 2 corals in there, and my first 2 corals have been in there for a little bit of time. And they're healthy as can be. Bear in mind, these corals are basically the ones that you can throw at a wall, stand on them, put them in the tank, and they'll bounce back. Like, they're not really the most delicate of corals, to be honest with you. The fish as well, the fish has been super easy. I'll say it, Royal Grammar. We've got a Royal Grammar, and it has been really nice, really cool. I'm really enjoying the behaviour. We've nicknamed him or her Squishy or Drumstick. You know, like the sweet, because it's half and half. So yeah, it's been. This is what they don't tell you. So saltwater fish keeping is like becoming a power lifter overnight, because you have to power lift big buckets or jugs of RO and carry them to a car. I'm lucky if I've got someone that's around to take me to the shop yet. And then having to get them up the stairs because I'm on the 2nd floor in our flat. And then you've got to lift it up again and pour it into the tank. Or what I do is I pour it into a bucket, or I pour it into a smaller jug and pour it in that way. Have you got the lozenges, babe? So yeah, it's heavy weightlifting overnight. That, listen, I'm not that bad at it. Oh, thank you. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I got my lozenges. I'm happy. So yeah, heavy weightlifting. And then another thing too, when you're doing water changes, it's long. So I've decided to take the route of mixing my own salt water. So I'm doing it all myself. You've got to get up to temperature. You've got to make sure the salinity is right, and then you've got to get it in. And then at that point, you then realise it's been over an hour, which you will find out from the part 2 of the video. But I'm so used to going, bang, siphon the water out, put it into a bucket, and then pouring it down the drain, and then just pouring tap water and put your dechlorinate in. You're done. No. You drain your water out, you get rid of it, you get your RO water in after lifting the heavy weight of the big giant jug and pouring it in to the bucket. You then have to put your filter in, then you then got to put a heater in, and then you've got to test it, put your salt, measure your salt out, weigh it, pour it in then, and then pour your salt in. And then you've got to let it mix for over an hour minimum, and then you can finally add it in once you've tested your salinity. And once you've tested your salinity, and if it's a little bit off, you've got to repeat the procedure. Weigh out some salt, add a little bit more. It's always good to add less than what is recommended for the amount of water that you need, because if sometimes you might overmeasure it slightly, and before you know it, salinity is through the roof, and it means you have to do another water change, and you've wasted salt. So yes, water changes, pain in the backside. Aside from that, so far, it's been a breeze. I've really enjoyed it. Seeing how the corals are basically alive and they just change all the time. Like right now, the zoa's opening back up because I lifted the lid out to pull that rock out. And corals are dramatic. As soon as they feel a little change in the water, or maybe the way the water moves around, or maybe the lighting for a millisecond, they'll close up and then they'll open back up again. That's what's cool. That's what is really giving me a bit of drive at the minute. That's what's making me really excited, because I've been in this hobby now, what, 7 years? 7 years I've been in it. And it has been really, really fun. But you get to a point where you start to struggle to find things that will, do it for you. I've been doing aquascapes. I've been doing breeding shrimp. Have I done breeding properly? No. Will I ever? Probably at some point. That's another part of the hobby I need to explore and progress in. But, it's cool to finally be in the reef keeping saltwater world. And I am going to the facility tomorrow to learn so much more about it. I'm really excited to be able to see everything, document it for use. Because the idea is I'm doing this and I'm learning, but you're going to learn alongside me. Like, you're going to be educated alongside me. You're going to watch the setup of this, watch how it progresses, watch me add fish, watch me add corals, watch me dip the corals, clean the corals, watch me dose for the corals, watch me do the water changes, mix the water, all that lovely stuff. It's so exciting, and it's gave me like butterfly feeling again, and I'm really loving it at the minute. And I have a warm feeling that I'm going to be getting another one of these at some point, because I'm thinking in my mind, I'm really happy to add fish and corals and all that. But once that's done, what then? Because then there's fish and corals that I haven't got that I would like to get. And before you know it, I'm setting up another tank. But I think the next tank I'll set up, I'm going to try and do something a bit different. Maybe budget friendly, maybe without a protein skimmer, maybe not a kit tank and just like a glass box or something like that. I've got a couple ideas in mind, but again, you've got to learn to walk before you can run. You've got to learn to float before you swim. So yeah, I'm excited. By the way, I'm so sorry, everyone. I've been chatting and waffling for 5 minutes and I haven't seen the chat move. And when you pin a link, it cuts out the comment section, so I apologise. Hi Simpson, nice to see you. Evening 808 mate, thanks for joining. Hey Fish Rambling, thanks for joining. Yeah, learning is something that makes me want to give it a go. Exactly that. Just learning the hobby all over again. I'm from the UK. That's nice. Damn. I don't know what the flavour is. Yeah, sure, you can. Oh, scan to play. You can win $1 million.
Might as well give it a go.
Yeah, sure. We'll split. Yeah. It's nice, isn't it?
It's hard to explain the flavour though.
You wonder what Mia's bought me to try? Here's the thing with me. I like trying like drinks, like just random corner shop drinks. And like, I'll always love like different flavours of Mountain Dew and all that. Like, yeah, look. Don't hate on me. I know everyone's going to start calling me cringe and saying that was so 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but yeah. It's quite nice. Remember, they charge like 50 quid in a corner shop for this stuff.
That was crazy times.
It tastes nice. What's everyone doing? How have you all been anyway? I like to catch up with you all and hear what you're up to. I know that you like watching me for me because it's YouTube, but yeah. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm going to be honest. When this channel isn't about anything political, it's all just to do with fish keeping. So I do apologise, but you're getting timed out. We don't mention any of that stuff on here. All I can say is we don't like war, but that's all I'll say. That's actually really nice. So is anyone chatting? I know Martin's watching, but he hasn't commented once. Where's Lil Red? Where's I know Laura's in here. Maya's gone to watch a film. We've got 21 people in here now. Is anyone in here? You're going to say hi? And there's 21 people in here, but not one person's really saying anything. There's the odd comment here and there, and I do appreciate you chatting. I'm putting my throat at risk, by the way. I've got like really sore throat too. Let's get a lozenge out. So cool, that fish. I just filled up my last weekend tank for the European Aquascaping contest. You're going to join the contest this year just for fun. You know what, Stefan? I really need to. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that as a project. I'm going to do that as a project. I'm not going to do this year, but I might do it for next year. My friend Joe finished 6th in that contest, Stefan. Joseph Aquascaping. But yeah, hello, I had a 140 litre aquarium, put 4 snails in yesterday. I appreciate the help that I've had in your Discord. I'm new to the hobby. Oh, great stuff. I'm glad that the Discord's been really helpful. Laura, could you please put the Discord link in the chat for everyone? That'd be really appreciated if you could do so for the people that aren't a part of our Discord community. We have 142 members in our Discord community. It's super active. There's tons of different people from different parts of the hobby and even the world, and they're all super helpful, nice, kind and sweet. Hey William. Hi Adam. I did the Anfield Stadium tour yesterday. Cool. So the stadium tour is really good. I haven't been since we've won the league. Yeah, I think the last time I went was 2019. 2019, I think I went. Just before lockdown. Hey Josh, how you doing? Oh, that's great to hear. Everyone should join only for fun. It's great to see everyone's beautiful tank. Yeah, exactly. Exactly that, mate. It's great to see all levels of aquascapers and different styles and stuff like that. I think this Pothos is getting lost. Like, it's struggling to find its way down lower. But hopefully that wrapping that I've just done there will sort that out. Hi, how did you get the confidence to start your channel? I want to start one, but you lose your bottle. So I was lucky when I was in uni and in college. My good friend Aviv, he used to always ask me to act in a short films, and oh, there's Joe. There he is, right there. There's Joe. He's always lurking. Hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, he basically like gave me that confidence. Like, yeah, I was acting in front of the camera and all sorts of stuff like that. So pretty much from there, doing all that and in uni, like it just got me into being more comfortable in front of camera. Now I used to do gaming videos as well when I was a kid. That channel is now private. You'll never see that. And yeah, just built my confidence up from there, and it helped. Also, I love to gab, so I don't shut up, as you can probably tell. So your better's basically covered your whole tank with a bubble nest. Do nothing. Josh, that means your better is very happy. There's nothing wrong with your better fish doing a bubble nest. Let me check if Yuki's done one. He did one when he first went in the tank. They usually do that. When they get moved in your tank and they're happy in there, there'll be a bubble nest. He hasn't done one. He's happy though. He's not glass surfing at anything. That's what matters. There you go. Can you see our fish? Right there. You don't need to. It's not going to do anything. Just leave it. Do I keep ramshorn snails? Yeah, I've got an army of them. I've got loads in my shrimp tank up there. Loads in my other shrimp tank there. Loads in that tank and that tank. They're a bit of a pest. But in my bigger tanks, they haven't overpopulated as much. Is it squishy or drumstick? I don't know. I need to do a poll and get everyone's votes, but I'll probably do that after we do our part 2 video because we're still trying to keep it a secret. Drumstick. But yeah, ramshorn snails can overpopulate your tank if you put too much food in your fish tank. Like if there's too much in there that your fish isn't eating, they'll eat off that, they'll breed and then start to overpopulate. So don't feed too much. That fish I have seen when I was a little boy, always wanted, but as you know, still freshwater, only in your house. Mate, I think you should take the plunge into salt water. You know? Such fun. And it isn't as difficult. I think I can see copepods. They're all hiding in the Zoa one day. I just hardscape you 150. Great stuff. From what I hear, people just join the contest for the first time. They're so scared to be judged. In my way, I see that as everyone doing this hobby is an artist. Yeah, that's a really good way of seeing the world, mate. I think everyone just leaves them competitions because they feel intimidated by it. But if you never start, you'll never do it, innit? So it's a good mindset to have. For sure. It looks like my Thai constellation monstera has grown towards the light there. That's good. IAPLC. Yeah, Stephen Chong. He's top notch, Stephen. Quality work. I'm watching so many saltwater videos. This is a controversial take, but I feel there is a massive gap in the space at the moment where there isn't enough beginner-friendly saltwater content. A lot of it is outdated too. It's like 7 years old or 8 years old. And like the rest of the videos you see are these like incredible, super high-tech setups where there's just these sumps and all that. And like, don't get me wrong, it's cool to watch, but when you're a beginner, this is what people, this is the impression they get. They'll search up saltwater aquarium, they'll see these mega setups and go, well, I can't do that. I can't afford that. And before you know it, like they'll just end up going to fresh, or they just leave it completely. Like that's why I thought it's the right time for me to do this, because A, I've always wanted to do this. B, there is a massive gap for like beginners and entry point. So that's why I took the collaboration with that's why I reached out to TMC and Colette to be able to do this collaboration, because I want to make this as accessible for people as possible. Now, do not get me wrong. It is not cheap. It is not cheap at all. Freshwater fish keeping isn't cheap though either. It's a lot. It can be done on a budget, but so can marine too. But I think a lot of people want it, especially when they're getting into the hobby, they want to get themselves a brand new tank that comes with all the filtration in. It comes with a protein skimmer. It comes with the power head. It comes with a decent light to grow like a certain amount of corals. It comes with everything you need. So you get all that, and then TMC also do a accessory bundle where you got all the stuff. Like, you know, you get your salt, you get your you get your salt, you get your hydrometer, you get your test kit, you get your rocks, you get your reef putty. Yeah, everyone should join to support the hobby and push themselves a bit further in the hobby. Yeah, for sure. I agree with you, Joseph. So many friends from Asia and America. It's so cool, isn't it? The aquascaping world. But like I said, my goal with this is that I'm learning, you're learning alongside me, and I'm hopefully encouraging you to take the step, because you'll be able to do your own scape, you'll be able to get your own corals and your own fish, but you'll be able to use me as like a reference. Now, I'm not the first person to do this. Fish Shop Matt's done it, Somerset Shrimp Shack has done it as well. And here I am. Here he is, finally. Hello, here he is at both far. Where have you been? Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. I think you've been passive watching, haven't you? But yeah, my nose is slightly blocked and I have a bit of a sore throat. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? Can I pick? Yeah, no, that isn't working. Hey Mum, you're right. Sorry a lot. No, it's all right. So yeah, that's the goal with this. I want to make this as accessible as possible. Now, like I said, Matt's done one. You can watch Matt. Matt's is very good. But that's coming from someone that's been in the hobby for a long time, and he's done it before. MJ's done a video of saltwater, but I'm not a person to ask for that. Yeah, MJ's done his, but his is like different. He's gone completely against it. Was unsubbed. Oops. Martin, stop doing the resub thing. It doesn't, like, I'm sorry, I love you, but like when I see my sub count bounce up and down on a daily basis, it's a bit irritating. So please stop. It doesn't change the algorithm too much. I've tried it myself. Anyways, he didn't use a protein skimmer. He used a canister filter, and he used an empty glass box aquarium. and he done it very, like, you know, minimalist. And basically, yeah, like, it worked for him, and his tanks are beautiful. But yeah, I think he put some clownfish in like too small of a tank, and it ended up like, I don't know. I think he just moved to a bigger tank, didn't he? He also done like one where he had a fish in a bowl, which again I think a lot of reef keepers didn't really like that video. His videos are good though. MJ's aquascaping videos are good. And I think his marine setups were quite good as well. Okay, that's so good to share. I'm not an expert for saltwater. So yeah, like I said, I'm no expert either. But a protein skimmer, as you can see, look, I'll take it off right now. I will take it right off for you. And it won't spill. So this is a protein skimmer. Look all that dirt. So see this right here. This is usually what your filter would pick up. You know, your canister filter. And the filtration in the back of the tank still picks this up. But your saltwater aquarium needs to be cleaner than your freshwater. There is a lot in nature. Hey Glassbox, hey Sean, sorry. In nature, the water is always circulating in the sea. It is constantly turning over. It is constantly changing. And basically, what this does is you've got your filtration, but this takes this out of the water. So it's got like a big long tube thing. You've probably seen it in my part 1 video. And it filtrates up. And what it does is the bubbles go up in this chamber, they burst, and then they'll start sitting here. And now you don't keep this, you pour this away once it's full. And it's getting near full. And I do it every couple of days. But that takes all the fish poop. It takes all of the food, waste, debris in that, and it separates it from your water column. And that's just one of the many things saltwater does. Now, there's a massive debate with saltwater fish keeping that a few years ago, people said you don't need one of these. Then people said you must have one of these. Then people said you should have them at daytime. Or then people said you should only have them at nighttime. And there's so many mixed opinions. And it's the same with any part of the hobby, freshwater and saltwater. There's so many opinions and everyone's got their own way of doing things. So MJ's video is a good video. Let me smell that. Yeah. Oh, my nose was blocked, but now it's clear. Oh my God. So yeah, there's so many ways of doing this hobby. Whether it's saltwater, whether it's freshwater, whether it's shrimp tanks, nano tanks and all that. Why would you? Because, why did I do that? I don't know. It's, I'm impulsive, I guess. It's the ADHD. I just think of doing something and then I probably shouldn't have done it, but then I have to deal with the repercussions later. That's the fun of this world that we live in, and you can probably imagine that it stresses me the hell out. For science, yeah. Listen, that isn't the worst of smells I've smelt in the hobby. When I used to work in the fish shop at Wirral, we used to drain the tanks down into a bucket that had a pump, and we'd use the pump to put them down the drainage systems that we had. Now, we'd had to empty that out once a month. Sometimes there'd be dead fish in there. Sometimes there'd be just like old food or waste or debris. Oh, just the worst of smells. Like I genuinely, I'm not like a nauseous person that feels like they need to throw up off smells or like seeing something gory. But when I smelt that, I was genuinely almost crying. Like it was, yeah. The only thing I know is you need to keep your nitrates low because of the outro of Coral Fish 12G. Yeah, rather you than me. Yeah, glue in your wood. Okay, how's that gone for you, Natalie? What is Minx doing, by the way? Look what Minx is doing. Minx, what are you doing? Hey? Are you having the Lion King moment? I'm not going to sing the song for you, though. Come on, get down. No? No, she's watching the fish tanks from up there. Or she's going to nest. It looks like she's settling down. Devil Moggy. Yeah. Tuxedo cat, hey? Thankfully it didn't fall apart. That's good. I'm glad that it went well for you, Natalie. So, yeah. There's so many ways of doing this hobby. So many ways of doing it. So many opinions. So many takes. Like, everyone has their way of doing things. Hey, good evening. Once I'm confident and everything is stable, I'll be adding fish. Cool. Have you got any ideas what you're going to be adding? Any cool ideas? Drop them in the chat. That was actually really nice. Mia just decided to buy me this from the shop. That was nice. I'll be getting that again. It was very nice. Adding a Pleco next. Cool. What? 140 litres. Are you going to be getting a Hypan Citrus Pleco, or are you going to be getting a Lodocaria? I probably just butchered that. Are you going to be getting an algae-eating Pleco or carnivorous? I'm going to be adding Celestial Pale Danios. Yeah, CPD is amazing. Is saltwater easy, especially for someone who is getting into that side of the hobby? If so, what advice would you give? So, aquatic life and meat parks. If you watch my part 1 of my video, there's Squishy or Drumstick. We'll do a vote on what we should name the fish. So far, been easy. This week, I'm getting quite a lot of frags from friends up and down the country. Even a YouTuber that we're going to be collaborating with, kind of in some way, shape or form. He's coming to the facility with me tomorrow. We're going to meet up there. And yeah, he's got some frags for me, which is really cool. East Coast Reefer, if you've ever heard of him. And yeah, here's the thing. This side of the hobby can be a lot better, a lot easier if you've got all the right stuff. So like I said to you in that video, everything I showed you in that video made the tank possible to be set up there and then in one day. You can do that all in one day. Have water in, done. You can't add your corals or your fish straight away. You've got to take a bit more time to let the tank cycle. You've got to let it mature more. So I've only added 1 fish and 2 little corals. Now the corals I've added, very beginner friendly, very easy. You could throw them against the wall, stamp all over them, put them in the tank. Well, not literally, but you get what I mean. They're hardy coral. They're a lot more easier. But again, you've got to take your time. And I also used Live Rock as well. Now, Live Rock sped up the cycle. It also contained little insects and copepods and bits of algae and all that. And that helped mature and establish the aquarium quicker. So again, I had everything to go from the beginning. Now, people like to do things differently. Sometimes people don't want to all go to the same source. But in my video, I've done that because if you want to replicate what I've done, you can get your tank, you get all your filtration, if you get the accessory kit / stand as well, there is a full bundle. I don't know if that bundle sold out with the stand and the accessory kit and all that. But you can get the whole bundle. You get your rocks, not your Live Rock, but you get your Reef Rock. You get your substrate, you get your test kit, you get your refractometer on one of them, or you get a hydrometer. Yeah, so you get everything that you need to start from day one, all there and then. So that's pretty much a way to follow it. If you want to do it that way, you can. Or you can do what other people do. They can buy literally an empty glass box like MJ did. I think he had an Oase tank though, which isn't a cheap alternative. It's quite an expensive, beautiful tank. But you can do that with a canister filter and that, and just swap the media around. There's loads of different ways to do it, but in my way, like, it's a way of, this is like as easy as you get it. You get everything there and then from the same supplier, from the same source, and you can replicate what I've done. But yeah, I was wondering, do you would bristlenose be okay? Yes, it would be perfect, no problem at all. I was wondering, do you have any big trade shows in the UK for aquarium hobby? So we had something called Aqua. Pardon me. Now, Aqua is, again, I don't know if it's happening this year. Nobody actually knows. It happened last year and the year before, and then a few years earlier it was run by someone else. We're hoping it happens this year. It's 50-50. There is also a actual trade one, as in like one where it's direct suppliers and shops, and I think it is accessible to the public, but quite limited. That's called PATS, but that is a lot smaller than Aqua, and it's not fish dedicated. It's every other pet. The fish section is a tiny little corner compared to the rest of the entire facility / warehouse or expedition center. So yeah. I did just want to double check Celestial Pale Danios and Galaxy Rasbora. Yes, it is the same fish, but there is one that is called Emerald Rasbora that looks a little bit different. What's in the tank? Hello, Zach. Nice to see you. I've got a Royal Grammar and 2 frags. Kenya Tree and a Zoa. There's the Royal Grammar. I know freshwater tanks have a typical cleanup crew like snails, ottos, and etc. What would you recommend for maintenance in a saltwater tank? So I'm going to be adding them in my next part of the video, if not the video after. You can get something called turbo snails. You can get peppermint shrimp, flame shrimp, or fire shrimp. You can get hermit crabs. You can get different species of crabs. You can also get blennies as well that help clean the rocks and all that. And there is a few other different types of fish. Again, I'm still very new, so that's all I know. And I've been doing my research and trying to pick up bits of information here and there. But I will learn a lot more tomorrow when I'm at Chorleywood TMC facility. So that's going to be good fun, very good fun. Thank you for confirming. I went my local pets at home. Yeah, Natalie. So I will again suggest be very careful with buying the Celestial Pale Danios from Pets at Home. Take a close look at them and check if the spines aren't bent. A lot of people, again, I don't slate shops online, but in my experience in the Pets at Homes I've visited, I don't know if it's their supplier or what, for them, they seem to be interbred and have some issues and deformities. So just look into that. Like, just look at the fish, make sure they're like slender and they're fine. They can get round and chubbier, but if they've got a bent spine in any way, shape or form, don't go near them. Have you visited this trade show? Yes, I have, Stefan. So if you scroll down, there's a video where I visited day 1 and day 2 of Aqua. At the time, I didn't have any idea about saltwater, so I do apologise, but I didn't really cover the saltwater side as much as I wanted to in them videos because I was clueless. I just didn't know what I was looking at. So I was just pointing, but I weren't speaking much. Yeah, I didn't know Pet at Home sold them, to be honest. Yeah. I was just about to ask if it was worth the risk of Pet at Home. I noticed more of the fish had bent spine. Yeah, leave it then. Get somewhere else. Buy somewhere else. I lost all my CPDs. Thank you so much, Martin, for being a channel member for 18 months. Really appreciate that. Hey, Chai, nice to see you. GSP would look really nice. Green Star Polyp, yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Would look nice, Zach. I'm going to end up with a lot of frags by the end of this week, so I'm going to get a bit overwhelmed and I don't know where I'm going to have space for stuff, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, thank you and congratulations to Martin for being a channel member for 18 months. mental. So if you want to become a channel member for our channel as well, we upload like members only like shorts and videos, and we do posts and like behind the scenes stuff where you'll be able to find out more information. Is that saltwater? Yes, it is. This is my first saltwater tank. I've done a tank setup video on this tank, so if one of the moderators could please put in the chat the link to this video if you want to check it out. It's good to see you buzzing for the marine project. Yes, Martin, I'm super happy and excited for it. We're going to be getting some livestock this week, some fish and some more. Well, we're getting sent a lot of frags and given some frags, so yeah, it's crazy. So excited. Yeah, the white cloud minnows should be found from Petterome. Nice to see you finally got it running. Yeah, it's all good and well. And we've got a fish and 2 corals in there. Such a cool fish, man. So confident as well. It keeps hovering around this zoa because in this zoa there's copepods hiding in there, and it's like, ooh, free food. I always see things darting around underneath the zoa. Funny. Expand the community. I like it. Yeah, exactly, Mom. Exactly that. But yeah, Natalie, if you find, and I have noticed, and I will be honest, Celestial Pale Danio is beautiful fish, but I have found a prominent problem with them is that they become a super, super popular fish that, you know, risen in popularity, and they were super expensive, and they've gone down in price. But that's because they're starting to saturate the market with them more. As a result, there is a lot of interbreeding and issues, and this happened with rams, this happened with some Epistogramma, this happened with some types of cories and plecos. You have to be careful when you're buying them, make sure they're good quality. But I would recommend a species here, which is basically the same as a Celestial Pale Danio. It's called the Emerald Rasbora, and it's exactly the same. Like, it's got stripes on it, like tiger stripes. It's the same fish, like almost the same fish, but it's got tiger stripes on its head, and I much prefer Emerald Rasbora. And I actually have on my print in the background, I'll show you it. I've got it on my print right there. So right here, we've got our Celestial Pale Danio, and that's Emerald Rasbora. That's what they look. And apparently they can crossbreed. So if you kept both of them in an aquarium, just them, no other fish, and they start breeding, you might end up getting some hybrids, which you don't really want, but it can happen. What do you think I should get for my centerpiece, as I have 150 litre rummy nose coolie loaches, and you need a centerpiece? Centerpiece, you could probably go for a pale gourami, maybe. Yeah, pale gourami, maybe. Honey gourami, Epistogramma, Crebensis. Yeah. They can be crossbred. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're not far from each other. That is correct, Sean. I love my Emerald Rasbora. Yeah, they're such cool fish. I've kept both of them before. TMC trip inbound. What for yourself, Zach? See, I was meant to go the Manchester one, but Colette said, no, come down to the bigger facility in Chorleywood, which is right next door to Watford. So I'm going there tomorrow. That's what my road trip. I'm going to be going down to the bottom of the map. Near the bottom of the map, on the outskirts of London. It's going to take 4.5 hours. It's a long trip ahead. But I'm excited. Glad I got stuck with them. Super active in your new tank. That's great to hear, Martin. But yeah, this is the tank at the minute. We've got our diatom phase in full force, but the Kenya tree is really happy. The Zoa is really happy. The fish is happy, he's hiding. He'll dart out in a moment. Yeah, they're kind of pretty looking. I'll have to look into them too. Maidenhead to be reliable, yeah. Maidenhead should be fine. I know Maidenhead, you know, they run a lot of treatment through the systems and that, so you should be all good. But again, everyone has like different opinions depending on what Maidenhead it is and all that. But I've always had like pretty much a positive experience with Maidenhead, personally. Squishy's playing hide and seek with me. I got 6 from Maidenhead for £24. Not bad. I think that's an okay price. Yeah, that's around average, Martin. When you say Maidenhead, I think I say nothing bad about them. Okay. Thanks. I sent the tank on TikTok, so later you can see what looks best. No worries, mate. No problem at all. Just send it in Discord, though. Like, just send... When you're sending me stuff, Josh, just send it in Discord. It'll be better there. Fishkeeper Scotland, yes. It's good to see the leaves are starting to marble on this constellation. It's beautiful. Love it. Love it. Oy. So, yeah, has anyone... It didn't work out. Why is that? Why is that? Did you not keep up with trimming? I'm back. Hello. You already on Discord? Then just post them in the Discord, mate. Post them in there. Yeah, what was I going to say? Same company, I think. Yeah, it is. Fishkeeper Scotland and Maidenhead. Oh, you mean you already posted them? Oh, okay, no problem. Spent an hour today trying to figure out how to set up a filter. It had so many parts. Yeah, it can be like that. Got back to work today, been off all year. Glad that you're back in work, Martin. I'll get them all from Maidenhead then. I have intended to get them from there anyway. I don't trust Pets at Home. Was surprised to see them and confirm the name difference. Yeah. Having success with this saltwater tank, do you think you will get another one? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'd love to. Oh, look who it is. The man himself. We're taking the trip together tomorrow. Yeah, I am very much tempted. I know I'm probably going to get another one at some point. I don't know if he'll be in this flat, though. I'll be honest. I don't know if he'll be here. It might be when we move. But I definitely want another one. The CO2 valve went goosed. Yeah. Let me guess, Zach. Was that the discontinued CO2 kit? Because I've got it, and yeah, it's not really the greatest piece of kit in my opinion. Yeah. Zach, I popped into your shop as well about a month ago. Yeah. Of course, we'll be, yeah, I'll definitely love to do it again sometime. Where do you usually get your plants from? Joe. Joseph Aquascape, and he's gifted me a lot of plants, but yeah, I bought plants from Horizon, I bought plants from Aquarium Gardens in person, and then just the LFS, the local fish shops. I heard, yeah, I was loving the time off. Yeah, I popped in, I think it was Ryan that was in. Sam weren't in, he didn't get back to me. I said, oh, I'm going to be in this day, I'll see you then. Yeah, we haven't spoken a long time. I don't know if he's busy with stuff and that. It's Adam of the Seventh Realm. Evening. It's been non-stop, not gonna lie. Well, good to hear the shop's nice and busy. It was nice seeing the shop in a different way. It's like the upgrades and all that's happened to it. Like it looks better in my opinion. By the way, Adam, you know the plants I sent you with Night? Yeah, I didn't end up using them, Maya, I'll be honest. I didn't end up using them because I opted for the Hygrophila polysperma instead. Well, that's good. At least I must have dodged the bullet though. 12th time been changed, yeah. Ready to try and not fall asleep on the motorway. Yeah, mate. I'll be honest, everyone. I won't be on super long tonight. I'm not heading off just yet. But me and Jay have got a long one tomorrow, so I need to be fully awake, ready to film. That's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just wanted to let you know. Haha. I've been trying to find fish shops to visit whilst I'm in Manchester. Amston Aquatics, Abyss Aquatics. That's all I know in Manchester. If you want to go on the outskirts of Manchester, there's Amazon Aquatics Lay, which just to announce to you all as well, we have our Scapegoat Aquascaping Workshop on the 12th of September happening this year. So if you want to check that out, amazing, incredible place to go to. Let me guess, you go Manchester for a concert. It's usually why everyone goes Manchester, for concerts. Yay. Any fish stores in Maidenhead over in Somerset? Space Cow, Crow, sorry. This is Space Cow. Space Crow. I'm trying to think. There is other Maidenheads. There's like a few Maidenheads, but I don't know off the top of my head if there is any. Actually, Maya, purple algae isn't really a good thing in freshwater. I think that's cyano, isn't it? Is that cyano? Or like a form of BBA? Yes, I'm going to concert. Guessed it, called it. I don't drive, so I'll be walking distance, tram or bus, yeah. You should be able to make Abyss. Yeah, you should be able to make Abyss on foot, maybe. No, I meant in your marine tank. Oh, I've got purple algae. Yeah, I've had purple algae for a while. I've got purple rock. See, I've had the purple rock to start with, and then I had some live rock, but then there's purple on the live rock already. Who to see, Natalie? Yeah, who are you going to see in Manchester? Also, I really want to ask everyone, do you actually know who this is? Do you know who Joji is? Let me know in the chat. If you don't know who he is as the singer, you might know him as the guy in the pink guy suit who did the Harlem Shake and then all them other weird videos back in the day. I think I've heard of him, Natalie. You've accidentally skipped to the beginning. Oopsies. I need to introduce more copepods. The Rumminos are starting to put some size on now. They're getting the flag pattern on the back of the tail, which is cool to see. Let me show you. No, wait, I didn't watch the beginning of the live by accident. Yeah, so we've got a bit of algae on the glass I just need to wipe off, but the Rumminos are getting nice and chunky now. Some of the rosy tetra have put some decent size on too. Actually, that's irritating me. I'm going to glass clean that now. that all of it? No. You know what? Whilst we're in here, I think I'm going to do a trim up. Jay's a wannaboy cowboy. Your BBA. I saw Rummy-Nose and kind of want them now. Yeah, they are cool, aren't they? Adam says cow. Blimey, okay. Didn't know I moved. Right, let's trim the Val. I don't know why it's not been as healthy as usual. It's like trimming the grass, honestly. Right, there you go. I think that's all right for now. Trim that. There you go. Sorted. And trim that corner as well. Maybe that's a little high. Higher. Okay, right, I've sorted that. I need to dry my hands off now. What's everyone saying? Sorry, I had my back turned to you. Anyone use the aqua oil? Oh, nice. You heard the Tyler. I've heard him looking for... Oh, cool stuff. Music chat. Well, we've just chopped down the Valsinaria and I think that actually looks quite nice. I do miss when it's super tall, but it starts to get covered in algae. It's like very prone to getting algae on it, Valsinaria. Give that a wipe over. Here you go, sorted. Say sorted, I've just almost wiped my lid out. There you go, right, let me bin this. Right, we're sorted. Hi everyone, I'm back. Oh, there you go. Look at that. That looks nice and neat, that, doesn't it? There you go. That's like super satisfying. Some little bits, but the surface skimmer should do the job, or do the trick. Oh, what's all this? Loads of stickers. That looks nice, that. Roma looks nice when it's trimmed. Last night I went to cut mine, it was nearly 4 foot high. I like to keep some of it longer for that natural look. Yeah, I get you. My red ghost knife fish. I'm not a monster fish keeper myself, to be honest, Skylar. So anyone that keeps the monster fish, let me know in the chat what your thoughts are. Abyss had whiptails, yeah. Abyss had whiptails. Why does it look so like blurry there? Let me flip the camera. There you go. Right. Stop, Maya. Absolute brain rot. Val looks really nice there. It's just getting loads of bits of algae on it. Yeah, Oscar's be a pain in the backside. There you go, the rummy nose school and behaviours kicked in once again. Yeah, a few people said that's happened to them. It's just jumped them right back to the beginning. 38 litre tank. It's a little small to do gourami. A little small, unless you're doing sparkling gourami, and that's different. Sparkling gourami and like maybe some chili raspberry would be cool. Or some clown killies. Actually, probably wouldn't mix the clown killies with the gourami. Ghost knife are chill. They can become aggressive if they don't have hiding spaces. Oscars will dominate the tank unless there's something that you can keep them in check, which usually leads to big fights, yeah. In a 38 litre, probably not. You could get maybe one. Yeah, dwarf gouramis though, they've got really bad genetics and they're always known for glass surfing. They're just like not great fish, dwarf gourami. Someone help the Skylar pick a fish. Roma's had a trim. Yeah, I've just trimmed it then. It's looking quite nice. I'll zoom in there. There you go. Yeah, same. Gouramis, they can dominate your tank if they're not given enough room. And even in a 90 litre, my gouramis kind of dominate the tank, so you got to be cautious. Yeah, you might just know, you could go for a female better. Female better might be alright in there with some like tetra. Not many though. Yeah, I think he meant you, Maya. Need to keep your water perfect for dwarf gourami. Yeah, that's what I mean. I just don't think they're a great fish. There's other options in the market. They do look pretty, but they're aggressive AF. So, YouTube just crashed. I've never had that happen before. He's all there. Can you all hear me? Yeah, we're here. Yeah, that was a scary one. Here you go, this squishy. Right, well, on that note, it was buffering temporarily. Yeah, on that note, to be honest, everyone, I'm going to save my throat. I am absolutely knackered. I didn't sleep much last night. My throat's killing me as well. I hope I'm not coming down with the lurgy. Got a long day ahead as well, so keep your eyes out for the video of when we visit there. Keep your eyes out as well for part 2 of our saltwater setup and other shorts and other content too. Do you not need an air stone? Nope, not every fish tank needs one. You just need your filter to make sure that the water's moving enough. So yeah, thank you so much everyone, and I'll catch you all later. Good night everyone. Cheers.